Hey everyone, this is a Texas rideshare guy, Joseph here, and I haven't made a video in a while, so I'm outside our dental clinic. My wife has a fractured tooth and wasn't actually supposed to get her tooth extracted until August 1st, but the pain became so severe that we basically got an emergency appointment today, which is July 25th, 2018. And so she's getting her tooth extracted, and hopefully she won't be so grumpy anymore. But anyway, like I said, I haven't made a video in a while. It's been hotter than hell here in Texas. We've had 2 weeks of 110 degree heat on average each day. Even today is 105 degrees outside. Yesterday was actually a little bit nicer. It was only like 99 degrees outside, so we got a little bit of a reprieve. My car is a 2003 Toyota Avalon, and the poor thing just cannot blow cold air right off the bat, and it takes it a little while to cool off in my car, which sucks, as you can imagine. But anyway, I just wanted to put my thoughts about rideshare, Uber, and Lyft in a video today. Summer's been really hard. It's been slower here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I'm only able to drive Uber X and Lyft Classic with my car. I am planning on buying a luxury sedan at the end of the year and driving the luxury tier rides. I'm still doing a lot of research, working on my credit a little bit and things of that nature. So, but hopefully at the end of the year, my credit score will be to a point where I can get a decent loan rate and get driving and learn the luxury tier rides in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Like I said, this summer has been really hard. I mean, one, it's been hot, like I said, hotter than hell here. Also, because it has slowed down, I've had to work longer hours to make the same kind of money that I normally could in, say 6 to 8 hours. I'm having to work 10 to 12 hours, and sometimes I don't even hit my goal. My goal usually is to make $150 to $200 a day, and a lot of times this summer I've been hitting 100 or less in a 8 to 10 hour day. Yesterday, for instance, which was July 24th, I made $144, and I worked about 9.5 hours. And I would not have made the $144 had I not gotten one ride that was a 62-mile ride that paid with toll. It paid out $53, I think, is what it was. So that was a blessing, of course. Those rides are few and far between, it seems. In fact, that's the longest ride I think that I have ever taken a passenger on. Now, I do get quite a few airport rides during the week. Some weeks more, some weeks less. But the wait at the airport in the queue on average is about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Love Field is a little bit less in most cases, but you can imagine what a bummer it is to sit in your car for that long period of time with your engine running and your air conditioner on, and it's not really blowing super cold air. But that's the thing that we put up with older cars doing the rideshare gig. I have been hearing a lot of chatter on YouTube, a lot of complaining, a lot of bickering about Uber, not so much about Lyft. In fact, I just started driving Lyft about 6 weeks ago. They changed their vehicle requirements in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, so now I can drive Lyft with my 2003 Toyota Avalon, which has been a total blessing. I am finding that on the medium to longer runs, Uber seems to pay a little bit more. The shorter runs are about the same as Uber. That's the thing. I have been getting a lot of short rides as of late. Yesterday, in fact, I went out at about 10 o'clock, and from 10 to about 12:30, I got 6 rides. On average, they paid probably about $3 to $4. I had a lot of $2.85 minimum rides, and I had, maybe 1 or 2 $6 and $7 rides. But thank God, yesterday I got that one ride that paid $53. It is hard in this business. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm still trying to figure it out. I've been doing it for 9 months now, and I really enjoy it. The summer heat has been completely draining, but summer will be over in a short time. It'll start to cool off. I have a feeling the reason why I'm not getting as many rides as I think I'm getting this summer is because the market is flooded with college students that are home for the summer, that are driving and trying to make extra money. I wish that Uber and Lyft would make some kind of precedent on giving full-time drivers in the summertime more rides than just throwing them to anybody that's in the area. To be fair to people that are doing this for a living versus people that are doing it just to make extra cash. I know that'll never happen, but that's my wish. Anyway, I do have a part-time job working for a swimming pool company. It's actually been slow, believe it or not, this summer for the swimming pool company, because where was making, $120 to $250 a week working the other part-time job, which really helped out a lot. There's some weeks I didn't have any work at all, simply because the owner of the swimming pool company didn't have any work to give me, and he would definitely give it to me if he had it. Also, I had been doing, in the spring, I'd been doing a few private rides, and that seems to have curtailed a little bit too. So it has been a struggle this summer for sure. But I'm hanging on for dear life, and I'm hoping that, once college starts back up, school starts back up, things will get somewhat back to normal, and I'll start, making more money, getting more rides, have the opportunity to make more money at least. Again, this summer heat in Texas has been completely draining. Driving around in 110 degree heat or working outside with the swimming pool company in 110 degree heat is just not fun. And I can imagine too, for the passengers, it's not that fun as well, being out in the heat and riding around in somebody's car where the heat, isn't freezing, or the air conditioner isn't freezing you out. But at any rate, everybody has all these complaints and ideas of what should be done. But the fact of the matter is, as long as we're all willing to get out there and drive and take rides, things are going to stay the same. I don't personally have any bitches or gripes about Uber as a company. I mean, I have seen some of the things in the news and stuff like that, but I kind of look at it as there's a lot of different isolated incidences going on out there, and so I don't think I'm going to judge Uber as a company as being a bad company. Not the band, haha. Anyway, it's funny with this business, we get to meet so many diverse people. I met a woman yesterday that I picked up. She's actually the first very drunk person I gave a ride to, and she passed out. She got in the front seat and she passed out and leaned over on the console, And I decided just to leave her alone. But then we got about 15 minutes away from her destination. I kind of shook her and told her we were about 15 minutes away. And she said, 15 minutes, that's a long time. And I said, well, not really. I said, but you need to wake up a little bit and everything so that when we get to your destination, and she was going to another bar, she can, I told her that she'd be aware and be able to get out of the car and walk in there on her own accord or whatever. I actually thought about calling the police when I got there because she was really, really drunk. But as I talked to her, she told me, I asked her, I said, why are you so drunk? And she said, well, my father died. And she said, I haven't even been to his gravesite. And I said, well, where are you from? And she said, Pakistan. And I said, well, why don't you go back to Pakistan sometime and go visit your father's gravesite? And she said, and this really made me sad. She said, well, they'll kill me. And I said, what do you mean they'll kill you? And she said, because she renounced her faith. And I was kind of taken aback by that, but I do understand what she's talking about. So we talked some more, and I asked her, I said, why are you so drunk? Why did you feel the need to get so drunk today? And she just said that life had been hard on her, and her father passing away and things of that nature. And I said, I've been through a hard time myself the last few years, and I told her, I said, the only thing I knew to do was to pick myself up and dust myself off and do what I can to make my life better, because nobody can do it but me. Nobody can do it for me. And that's what Uber and Lyft has done for me. It's been a blessing. It's been hard, but it's been a blessing to be able to get up when I want to and go to work and come home when I want to and stay up late if I want to or go to bed early. It's my choice, and I like that about this. It gives me freedom. It gives me a certain amount of freedom. Am I happy about making $70 on some days? No, but I sure am happy on those days when I make over $200. It sure is a blessing. So anyway, I got the passenger to her destination, and I parked the car to let her out, and she just kind of looked over at me and she said, before I get out, she said, would you pray for me? And so I did. I prayed for her, and I felt really good about that. I felt like, that I was put in this situation. It could have gone bad. I mean, let's just face it, when a drunk person gets in your car, you can expect the unexpected to happen. Well, it went well on this one, on this particular ride, and I'm glad about that. And when she got out of the car and she left, I felt really good that I felt like I served her, and I treated her with compassion, and I worked with her, and she wasn't really difficult. She was certainly frustrated with life, and I can understand that. We've all been there. So anyway, I'm going to cut this video off because it looks like a fire truck is about to pass here, and I don't know if they're going to put their siren on. So I'll add to it later.